guys, today I'm really excited to talk to you about the new Netflix film Uglies. Now this movie stars Joey King and it comes out to Netflix on September 13th. This is based on the book of the same name, which is the first of 4 books. So my assumption is, fingers crossed, should this do well enough on Netflix, they will be making this into a franchise, or we will at least get a sequel, which the second book is called Pretties. So I'm very intrigued. Now, I've got to say, I did not read the books, and I sat down and I watched this. This has to be prefaced with my 11 and 13-year-old daughters. And I think this is very much a young adult movie. It is very much for this audience. These people who feel they're going through it, right? This is the age you're going through it, okay? So essentially, Uglies is set in this dystopian, futuristic world where at 16 years old, society is forced to get this mandatory cosmetic surgery to correct their flaws so that everyone looks pretty and beautiful. And the point behind this is there's no discrimination in the world, which means there's no jealousy, which means there's no war, and yada, 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 right? There is a method to the madness, right? There's a reason behind this. Maybe it's not exactly the best way to go about things because kids are literally born and they're like, you're ugly, but don't worry, when you're 16 we'll make you pretty. Like, what? That is horrible to make these people think for this long in their lives. It's not okay. It's not okay. So Joey King plays Tally, who is about to turn 16. She's very excited for this. She's been waiting all her life for this. She cannot wait to join society. She's been looking forward to it. Her really good friend Paris, actually is a couple of days, maybe a month, I think it was, older than her. So he gets the surgery and he goes over to, there's like the dorms where like the uglies live. And then there's like normal society where all the pretties live. It's not okay. It's really not okay. Let's put it that way. And so there's stuff that goes on between them. And then she finds this other girl. She ends up meeting her that has the same birthday as her. She meets her after Paris leaves, or really becomes close with her then anyway. And her name is Shay. And she kind of says, hey, she's heard of these people. It's called The Smoke, a place you go. There's this mythical guy that everyone says is a mythical guy, David, who like will help you. And essentially this is where we can live and be ourselves and we don't need to get this surgery. It's essentially the premise of this. And there's a whole lot more. Laverne Cox plays Dr. Cable, who's so good in this. She absolutely eats up this role, you guys, for real. It's incredible. But this movie is very much for that age of children, right? That are going through it. Tally. Shay runs away. Tally gets worried. Changes the course of her life, right? Essentially. And this is kind of the synopsis. This is out there. It's not spoilers. And the book has been out for a super long time, so it's really not spoilers. But what I will say is I feel like they do a wonderful job of creating this world of you kind of realize where everyone is coming from, which I think is important with something like this. When you have a villain, you need to know, like, hey, I get the reasoning behind this. I understand, right? Or else they just seem like a crazy person that you can't even root for at all. So it's interesting, and the characters are great, and the acting is great. The CGI leaves a little bit to be desired, but, like, this is made for streaming, guys. So, like, do with that what you will. There's some hoverboard sequences that my daughters found to be a lot of fun. I think this movie is very much for that younger audience, and if parents will sit and watch it with their children, I think that is extremely important. It is going to get important messaging out there. You are going to be there to answer questions should they have them. I really, really, really think this is a great tool. For those of you who've read the books, I hope you enjoy it. I have not read the books yet. We did order them because my kids are very interested in them now. So I'm not really sure how it compares to the book exactly. But I can tell you that Joey King is a massive fan of the books. So I do not think she would have signed on to something that would ruin what they have become. Because I did interview her for Screen Rant. You can go over to the Screen Rant YouTube channel to check that out. And screenrant.com as well to check that out. And it's very clear how much she loves and appreciates these books and what an impact they had on her as a child. So I cannot imagine she would sign on to something that would disturb that legacy. But like I said, I cannot compare to the books personally. I will say this movie was a lot of fun. It was very much what I expected it to be. My kids loved it. I cannot stress that enough. I really, truly think this is going to be an important tool for children of that age. Please let me know if you are excited for Uglies. Again, it comes to Netflix on the 13th of September, tomorrow. And so let me know. If you are excited for it, if by the time you got to this review you've already seen it, let me know what you thought in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.